Alright, I got an early screening of Silver Linings Playbook, and here's my review.
I think you're really pretty, but I'm married, okay?
So am I.
No, that's confusing. He's dead. Wait, what's happening?
Hey, so Pat, what's this I hear about you just getting out?
From the loony bin! I thought you said you had it together. You were solid.
I am solid. I was solid at the game.
I don't know where I belong.
Hey!
Oh, what the hell?
I just want us to be friends.
So how did you lose your job?
By having sex with everybody in the office.
Everybody?
I was very depressed after Tommy died.
We don't have to talk about it.
Thanks.
How many were there?
Silver Linings Playbook is directed by David O. Russell, who has given us Three Kings, I Heart Huckabees, and The Fighter. It stars Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro, and Chris Tucker. Yes, Chris Tucker's back. Sorta. Alright guys, so the premise of this movie is that Pat, which is Bradley Cooper's character, has lost everything. He's lost his wife, his job, his house, everything, and he's moved them with his mother and father. His father is played by Robert De Niro, and he had just spent the recent 8 months in a state institution because of his anxiety and things like that. So the premise is that he's trying to get his life back together, trying to get things back on track, trying to get his wife back, and he's trying to do all of this while fighting his anxiety and his depression. So while he is trying to rebuild his life, he meets Jennifer Lawrence's character, and he is introduced to her, and they have a friendship, and it goes from there. So let's talk about what works in this movie. What works is the acting. I thought the acting was phenomenal. Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence are both really good in this movie, and I think that they both deserve a little Oscar in their future, or at least a nomination. At least, you know, give them a nomination each, and I'll be happy. Robert De Niro gives a great performance. Chris Tucker is in this film, which we haven't seen Chris Tucker in years, so it's actually nice to see him in a movie. He plays Pat's friend from the state institution, and he gives some comedic relief to the film. But Chris Tucker isn't just playing, you know, typical Chris Tucker. He's showing his acting chops, and he's showing other things he can do. And I really appreciate Chris Tucker, because I would love to see him take some really good roles, because he's been out of the movie business and comes in every couple of years, and I would love to see him in more things. But Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, to me, they're the two best actors in this movie, and they both give outstanding performances. We knew that Jennifer Lawrence can act because she did that indie movie, which I believe is called Frozen River or something like that. And you know, she was great in that. She was also in the Hunger Games and everything, and she was pretty good in that. Bradley Cooper, I was kind of on the fence on. You know, he has The Hangover and a couple other things, but I was never sold on him. This movie sold me on him. Alright, another thing that worked really well for me was the writing. I felt that the writing in this movie was amazing, and the dialogue was just, it felt real, you believed it and everything. And it was written for the screen by David O. Russell, the director, and it was based on a book by Matthew Quick, who's never heard of him, but it's based on his book. And I felt that the writing worked. You felt that the pain that the characters were going through, you felt the reality that the characters were going through. It kind of reminded me a little bit of 500 Days of Summer, which I just recently reviewed, and how it feels like a real world. And I like movies that make you feel like you can be a part of it, and it's believable. There's a lot of good comedic moments in this movie, and I find myself laughing out loud along with the crowd. And there's also moments where you feel bad and it's tender, and those are good things to have in movies like romantic comedies, like when they're done well. I don't have many things that didn't work in this movie. It didn't drag for me. I was in the whole movie. Like, nothing dragged in this movie for me. I enjoyed this movie. I would probably buy it. I would watch it again if somebody wanted to see it. It's one of those, it's kind of like feel good sort of movies, but not really, because the crazy moments in this movie, like when Bradley Cooper snaps, he snaps, and it's like scary, but you believe it. And Jennifer Lawrence has some moments where she snaps too, and it's like, but it felt real, which made me become attached to the movie, and I felt really, really connected to the characters. And I love that feeling in a movie. When you can make me feel connected to a character, I give you all the respect in the world. So I'm guessing what I'm saying is that this film is going to get a relatively high score, and I'm going to give this movie a 4.5 out of 5. A 4.5, yes. Like, this movie is going to be in my top 10 list that I'm going to do at the end of the year. It's going to be in my top 5. I mean, this might be the best movie I've seen this year. I mean, I know I just saw Lincoln, and Lincoln was good, and Flight, but this movie, the way it made me feel, this movie might be my favorite movie so far this year that I've seen. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5, and I'm gonna be okay with that. I'm gonna be okay giving it a 4.5. So I recommend that all of you guys watch it. Check it out. Tell me what you guys think. If you like my videos, remember guys, subscribe above and like my video and comment below.
Wait, what's this?
Well, I thought you were doing it.
Oh, I thought you were doing it.
I've been always you, you've been always me in my